Hi, Virgo. This is Lady T with your Soul's Journey Sacred Cycles message for January 2023. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you for all of your love, care, support over the last year and as we head into the 2023 year. Also, I'm doing free readings beginning tomorrow through the 31st of January. So if you're interested, please reach out to me via the email listed below in the description box. And you can be one of the 10 if you know if you're the first one or you're the 10th one, you'll get a reading. And I'm just doing this to say thank you. I tried to do this in December, but only one person reached out to me. And so I'm doing this again for January just to say thank you. After that, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I'm actually going back to school, so I'm going to try to do what I can now. Let's go ahead and get into your reading, Virgo. So your center energy, we've got the Page of Pentacles, we've got the King of Swords, and then we've got the Eight of Swords in reverse. No longer feeling trapped about, moving on, moving forward, either with the King of Swords or cutting things out of your life as the King of Swords, because you've learned some things with the Page of Pentacles. You've gotten some news, or you've gotten a deeper understanding. Learn something new kind of thing in relation to this situation, either with the King of Swords or being the King of Swords. Crowning energy is the wheel. So, moving ahead, right? The wheel is moving in your favor. It's time to move on to the new. Here you have the Page of Swords here. So again, another book, another thing of epiphanies, ideas, learning coming towards you, either a message coming through as the Page of Swords also, that has really spurred this on for you. Now, what led up to this is the Three of Pentacles in your challenge position. So perhaps having difficulty working with others, maybe not really wanting to work with others, feeling like you have to do it alone, not totally sure. But as you move into your outcome energy, you're going through a transformation, like it or not. You are going through a death and rebirth as you are moving into the new. And there are some regrets, some sadness, perhaps to let go of, release, maybe going through a grieving period of having to release the old. Okay, because let's go into your Sacred Rebel message. And the first one we have here is shock of the new. So again, stepping into that newness, and feeling, almost foreign to it, happy for it, but also again, still going through that transition period. So be kind to yourself, and really move into this gracefully. Really self-love, and really do this gently. Okay, because you're going to be surprised at all the things that come in for you. You stepping into the new, a new way of thinking, a new way of being, just new. And seeing the true you in doing that, releasing the old, stepping in fully to who you are, not shying away from who you are anymore, not allowing others to make you feel less than, or to take on their energy even, in this situation as well. Now, let's get into your sacred cycles. I'm going to go ahead and hold up the cards and read the messages, since this is a new deck and I don't know them like that. And they are somewhat intuitive, but, again, this is new. So, bleeding rituals, to me, this is about establishing a routine. This is about understanding cycles of life. This is about, if you are still having a cycle, right, you know that that's a cleansing. The bleeding portion of the menstruation is about an internal cleansing. So this goes right along with the Five of Cups here. But we'll go ahead and read the message from the book just the same. I'm giving you the intuitive channeling that I have on that card. So it says here a means of acknowledging the potency of the cyclical sacred body, bleeding of menstruation. These intentional acts help to ground and channel the life force energy stored within the blood of the womb. These practices range from wearing red clothes or decorative adornments to sipping a special tea made with herbs to soothe the body during menstruation. And remember, typically when women have menstruation, there's the whole breast tenderness, there's the whole cramping. It's not a fun time, you know what I'm saying? So it's talking about, again, what we just mentioned about being easy with yourself during this time. Perhaps you feel called to collect your menstrual blood to create art or make an offering back to the earth. The underlying factor is the intention. This is what sets the tone of reverence for each holy moment. Here you are encouraged to seek your own sacred ways of working with the vital force that flows within you. If you experience a menstrual cycle, incorporating your own bleeding rituals holds immense power for you at this time. But even if you are not, you are called to craft a practice that helps to signify the passage of time and how your energy waxes and wanes. The intentionality behind the action is where the magic lies. And the journal prompt is, what type of ritual would I like to try as a way to honor my body and empower myself? So this is really about tuning in to your own rhythm of your body, and not even just your body. Because to me, I'm getting the vibe. It's so much bigger than that. It's the spiritual connection. It's the grounding. It's a lot of the energy that you are going to feel when you start to really, really tap into this is going to be uh, huge. That's all I can think of it. It's just, huge is all it comes to mind with that. Next, we're going to go to number 48, which says clitoris, and we'll read that message. So it says, pleasure is my birthright. And so it says here, an intricate web of nerves networking well beyond what many believe to be. The clitoris expands throughout the vulvar area surrounding the vaginal opening and is filled with around 8,000 nerve endings. Designed purely for the purpose of pleasure and derived from the Greek word for key, clitoris, the clitoris holds one potential source of felt experience of bliss with the sacred body. It is time to claim pleasure fully. You can start by looking for simple ways to cultivate more joy each day as you seek out what fills your mind, body, and soul with sensations of delight. Witness the signs and synchronicities that show up to support you along the path. This magnetic energy of joy is undeniable, which is what makes it scary to those who would perpetrate shame around pleasure. Life can and should be a pleasurable experience. You are capable of experiencing infinite depths of bliss. It's time to give yourself permission to do so and be willing to take the steps needed to release anything standing in the way of your pleasure. Journal prompt: is there something inhibiting me from experiencing deeper pleasure? And I think this goes in many ways, not just from a physical sense and in a more intimate sense, but it also goes to acknowledging and wanting more pleasure in your life, in every area of your life, not just in a physical sense here, but even spiritually, just in general, each and every day wanting more joy, stepping into more happiness, more peace, more joy. Okay. Now we're going to move on to number 20, which says ovulation. It is safe to be fully seen. Biologically speaking, ovulation occurs in a singular day during the hormonal cycle, yet the fluctuating hormones around this time impact the body for multiple days, making this a phase unto itself. Estrogen and progesterone are at a peak point here. This most often translates to heightened experience of confidence with a desire to seek out social connections and be seen in the full expression of who you are. This is your time to shine, to be witnessed in your wholeness. Allow your radiance to be your guiding embodiment now, knowing that you are safe to make this declaration. Lead with your desire to show up with everything that makes you the unique individual you are. Your expansiveness opens up portals and permission for others to do the same. And the journal prompt here is, what do I most desire to share about myself that I usually keep hidden from others? Next, we have menopause. And it says, the message here is, I am rediscovering myself. Just as your entrance into the bleeding years is a profound and sacred time, so is the transition out of your menstrual era. The experience of perimenopause and menopause presents an opportunity to rediscover yourself and your place within the universe. You are at a milestone, a fork in the road, a doorway to infinite potential. Luckily, you are prepared for this. You have amassed so much wisdom, and your heart knows exactly what to do next. Follow your desires. Now's the perfect time to integrate the lessons you've learned and set the course for the next magnificent adventure. It's time to prioritize your needs and connection to Source above all. You're ready to release what no longer serves, reinvent yourself, and rescript your life. This is also a time to shift toward connecting with the grand cycles, especially the moon cycle, to synchronize with the cosmic ebbs and flow. Journal prompt, what do I want the next chapter of my life to feel like? And this really sort of ties in very nicely with some of the things that we've already talked about, which is the shocking of the new, right? Stepping into this new phase of life, releasing the past, rediscovering yourself here with seeing the true you kind of thing. Also, even with the death and rebirth and the Five of Cups, whenever there's a major cycle change in your life, you do have a grieving process that you go through because you're tied in so much to this side of your life. That now, as you move forward into this next phase of your life, you're rediscovering who you are. Now, the last one here, we have Passion Flower. This number 31. I'll hold up the card in just a minute. Okay, so it says here, I am courageous. Passion Flower invites you to acknowledge what is new and unknown within you, gently unfurling to climb and wind its way to new heights. In the world of herbalism, Passion Flower is an ally for soothing the nerves and helps to unwind the fixated mind. Witness your inner dialogue and assess whether certain repeating thought patterns truly serve you. With its otherworldly blossoms, Passion Flower teaches you that each new adventure may begin with mystery as you navigate toward new possibilities. This flower friend holds you within the realm of infinite potential and asks you to cultivate your courage. You can find inspiration in its ever reaching vines, in the ways they twist and twine beyond many obstacles in pursuit of growth. It is time for you to reach toward uncharted domains and beyond the spaces you've grown used to. Journal prompt, where in my life could I use a bit of courage to ensure I continue on my growth journey? So this is really about acknowledging that perhaps, there's parts of you that are still needing to be cleaned out and healed, released kind of thing. And really stepping into your passion again, stepping into this new phase again. So this is all about that transitory time between the death of the old, stepping into the new, and how it feels as you move forward. Um, and really just being gentle, kind, nurturing to yourself, really taking care of yourself, really honoring yourself as you incorporate and integrate the wisdom that you've learned up to this point into the next chapters, and laying a foundation of that for yourself to move forward from, and having the courage to do so. Now we're going to go ahead and move into your soul helper oracle message. And the first one we have here is to conform is to die inside. Be brave and be yourself. So again, this is another message of perhaps you have conformed in the past. And this is about relinquishing that conformed thinking, that safe zone, stepping into the new, and really embracing the unknown at this time, and being brave, courageous, and also authentic. The other thing too, you have a partnership for the new age. It's time to welcome it. So this is really about opening your arms and receiving the love of a lifetime. for yourself, and honoring that as well, because it is sacred and it is special. Now we have again another message about courage. Awaken the warrior of light within you, because you are a natural warrior. You are a natural fighter for the right. You are a fighter for the underdog, a fighter for truth. You are a fighter, period. Fighter of the light, right? And then it says the time for romance has come. See it as an opportunity for a radiant life. So this is a whole new level of romance than you've ever had before. Now, let's go ahead and move into your lesson messages. And the first one we have here is worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change the outcome. And I got to speak on this because, um, I've had some really interesting thoughts today before I did these readings. But one of the most profound thoughts um, came to me in a conversation with one of my children earlier. And really, we get to decide when we're going to take ourselves off that cross, that whipping post, right? And I say that because, I have Virgo moon and Virgo Venus in my chart. So I can equate to a lot of what I've put out here. Some of it, yes, some of it, no. But, I know Virgos, we are critical, we are over analyzing, we are to the nth degree. And I was actually doing a reading from my cousin, and there was a card that came up, and I want to say it was from the High Vibe Oracle, and I love the message on the card, and so I'm putting that out to you, Virgo, too, because it just came to me to put this out to you. Is you had the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, that means you're not trapping yourself in your mind anymore. You've learned the lesson that it's not going to change anything to analyze it to the nth degree to try to figure out why. That's what we do anyway. That's who we are. And it takes a lot of strength and a lot of prayer and a lot of connection with spirit to release that side of you, not to put yourself in that space anymore. But the card that I read to my cousin, and I even sent a screenshot of it to them after a discussion we had, was, the card said shit happens, and then it said something about it doesn't matter why. And if you're a Virgo like I am, you put everything under the microscope. You'll flip it around every angle. You will think about it until it can't be thought about anymore. And that's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time, because it can really take you down some rabbit holes, and if you're not careful, ones that you really don't even need to spend any time on. But you have to learn that lesson for yourself, that it's not even worth it. You have to, sort of, almost put yourself in that situation enough to learn that lesson that it's not worth it. And I've done that. So that's why I'm speaking to this. But really leaving the why alone, because the other part on the card was it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything to understand why. Maybe it gives you some comfort because you figured it out, maybe, and that's only if you were right. But at the same time, it's not even about being right. It's not about being anything. It's about, what had happened. I accept that it happened, and I'm moving forward, and I'm leaving all the negativity, the hurt, the pain, and everything else behind as I do so. And once you release yourself from that kind of thinking and energy and everything, that limiting belief, and it's just, I can't tell you how freeing it really is. So I do wish that for you, and I pass that on to you to help you. Now, let's go ahead and move into the next one, which is friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So, this is about accepting friendship. You've been hurt quite a bit in relationships, and it's very hard for you to open up. It's very hard for you to trust, especially if you've been hurt many times. And so, this is about stepping into trust. This is about having faith that friendships can be good, that they can be really all that they should be. A safe ground, a free place for you to lay your feelings bare, to be yourself, to truly share, things that you probably have never shared or very few people know. Excuse me. Now we have trust as the next message, and it says, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And again, this is trust in spirit. This is trust in your intuition. This is trust in yourself, your spirit leading you, your soul, your heart leading you in the right direction. Now we have blame here. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Nobody else is responsible for your happiness but you. And that is another lesson you had to learn, Virgo. And if you haven't learned it, you will. And then the last one is purpose. I know what I'm here to do. And this is really stepping into really what makes your heart sing. Virgos are typically very service oriented anyway. And so we are usually of service of some sort to humanity in some kind of way. Now we're going to go ahead and move into your fairy oracle messages and see what the fairies want to say to you today. What are they bringing in for you? Excuse me. All right, Spirit, go ahead and give me 4 messages, please. Give me 4 messages, please. Okay. So we have 3 here. The first one, okay, I'm going to turn these up. I'm not reading these in reverse, so let's go ahead and see what we have. The first one is moon energy, surrender to the natural ebb and flow. Second reminder about this, ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, the fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. So this is, again, understanding moon energy and how it's really going to relate and help you as you move forward to understand the ebb and flow of the moon cycles. In particular, how that impacts you, how you work with it, all of that. It says shine from within. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. So this is about you, again, stepping into your authenticity. You are a naturally beautiful being inside and out, but that inner light has been dimmed through the years. That inner light has been pushed down, and now you're being asked to really release it. And as you go through this transformation, through this death and rebirth, stepping into the new, you're going to automatically start to shine because you're going to be releasing anything else that holds you back. And in doing so, your vibration is going to rise and your shine will as well. We've got motivation. It says, when spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say, get busy and do it. So this is the encouragement, right, for you to step in and be motivated as you move forward. In the last message, Spirit, one more, please. One more. One more message, Spirit. 4. Okay, thank you. And we have protection. It says the fairies of protection are shielding you with magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking on any spiritual work. And this is about really protecting your energy, as you do whatever for others, in service to others, especially if you're doing anything with divination or anything like that. Now, let's go ahead and move into your soul truth messages to close out your reading, Virgo. Now, I found last night that when I was doing the reading for Taurus, that I had actually accidentally mixed some of my Reiki oracle messages in this deck, and I just left it. I said, okay, if I did it, it was there for a reason. Spirit said, hey, take these and put them in the deck for me. I don't know, but they're in here somewhere, so who knows what's going to come out. It could be just the soul truth messages, or it could be a combination of the soul truth messages and the Reiki oracle messages as well, as they came out for Taurus yesterday. Give me 3 messages, please, Spirit. 3 messages for Virgo. Let them fall out of flip over, please. Okay, I got 3. Okay. So it says, am I in my head or in my heart? So again, this is about, perhaps you have been in your head before. That's why your 8 of Swords is here representing you coming out of that. Feeling trapped inside your head and stepping into your heart, feeling more, wanting to be a part of life and love and engaged more is all I'm getting there. Okay, so we have, am I in my head or heart? Let's read the back here. It says, what is the quality of your self-talk? Our brain is like a muscle. If we condition it daily, the fears and limitations will take over. Mastering our thoughts is about being the creator of our own life. Where your head meets your heart is where miracles happen. Today's soul action. Today, master your mind. Watch an inspiring video, do some tapping, read an empowering book, or write out all the reasons why you believe in yourself and your dreams. So again, this is about really, again, releasing that negative self-talk or anything else that is holding you back, really mastering your emotions at this time, stepping into your power, having the courage to do so, to release that negativity, whatever's left, those residual things, right? Now we have, what is the most limiting belief keeping you from keeping me from what I want right now? What story are you telling yourself? So again, that negative self-talk kicking in and really, really having some, stronghold for you here. It says, when you think about your dreams, what is the first limiting thought that comes to your mind? If you are not living the life you desire, it's because a part of you doesn't believe it's possible. So really, really digging deep to find out why you don't believe it can be true. It's time to upgrade. Look your belief in the lie. Look your belief in the eye. Where did it come from? What new belief are you ready to adopt in its place? How will this change your results? Remember, your belief is the root. The result is the root of your result. Own it, heal it, upgrade it. So really, really, facing whatever this is, owning it, and then healing it. Maybe you need to do some affirmation work around this, and really, really, you know, um, anytime this negative thing pops up, you immediately turn it around by making it powerful, making it positive. So if you believe, you say, for instance, it says, what limiting belief is stopping you from having what you want? So say, for instance, you want a new house. Well, the first thing somebody might say is, I can't afford it. So then you do affirmations about, I can't afford it, but, or you say, you change that, you turn that whole sentence around. I may not have been able to afford it before, but I can now. I have money coming to me continuously that's going to help me move towards buying my house. Then, like when I did this for myself, I actually did a vision board on top of doing like rituals, releasing emotions and thoughts and all kinds of stuff. I did a lot of work on releasing things when I wanted my house, because there was a part of me that was very fearful, didn't think it would ever happen, and I really had to work through that. And we all still fall into that from time to time, so we just have to recognize it, and then just work on it, right, day by day. Okay, now the last one we have here for you is, what if it was easy? And this is about the mindset that life has to be hard, that things that you want have to be hard, that you have to work hard to get something. It says it doesn't have to be hard. Call in the universe, the stars, the angels, and all the powers. Find the solution. Would you take the next step if it were easy? It's time to expect ease, call in grace, and receive guidance. You are supported. So this is about really, really trusting. You had that as one of your lessons, right? Trusting the universe, trusting in the miracles, trusting in the hopes, dreams, and desires that you have in your soul that you want to bring forth at this time, and believing that it can be. So it says, today's soul action lists 10 possible ideals for your soul's current calling. Lean into ease. It's here. You just have to say yes to it. And this is about really, really wanting your life to be easier in this next phase, not having to work hard, not having to struggle, not having to believe that it's got to be this difficult, this hard. And this speaks to love. This speaks to abundance in any area. This speaks to thinking. And really, again, it brings me right back to the Eight of Swords in reverse. You know, you have really, really gone through things in your mind. You have really, really done a lot of work and a lot of healing already. And this is about just sort of releasing any of the residual, and as you move into this new state and believing that it can happen. That life does not have to be difficult. It can be easy. Love can be easy. Money can be easy. Life, period, can be easy. And stepping into that. Okay, well, I do most certainly hope this helps you, Virgo. Much love and light, Lady T.